Hello, I'm Lowell Martin, and this is MCC Today, the show for people who will not accept this version of reality. On today's show, we have Tony D'Angelo, Tariah Mouton, Tucker Atkinson, and Erin Richardson. It's going to be a great show. You're going to learn a lot.
Thank you to the teachers for encouraging me when I wasn't sure where to start, for seeing my potential even when I didn't, for inspiring me to reach farther and try harder.
Thank you, MCC. You helped me change my future.
Find your wings at MCC.
And we are here with the wonderful Mr. Tony D'Angelo. How are you doing?
I'm good.
I inserted the wonderful.
Word. Yeah, let's not go wonderful just yet, but
Okay.
I am indeed here.
The more than okay?
Man, I don't know if I can hit okay right now, but if I can get through this week, I will be okay.
It has been just a week and a half, hasn't it?
Yeah, and I have a program review Friday, tomorrow, so.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, maybe. We'll see how it goes.
Now, you were our network security tech
Yes.
program, right?
Yes.
You teach and you run the program?
Yes.
Okay, and how long have you been doing that?
4 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, COVID is weird, so it feels like it's yesterday, but I think this is my 4th year now. So.
Okay. Now, you hear so much about network security and cybersecurity now, and so this is one of those programs that I think might be booming, and
Yes.
booming for a while.
Yes, definitely. We've had meetings with different businesses locally and nationally as well. It is a huge opportunity to get into. It is
We
in
just
high
got
demand.
we got an email yesterday where they're like, "Don't click on that email.
Yeah.
Don't click on
I
that.
showed
Don't
it.
put any information in there."
I showed it to my students because it came up, and I was like, "Oh, there's the scam email, the phishing email they were talking about. That's the one." So it was a good learning opportunity for them to kind of look at and be like, "Okay, that's what it looks like."
Now, when this is a 2-year program, okay, and do you accept new students only in August, or do you accept August and in the fall and the spring?
We accept them fall and the spring. If they join in the spring, their schedule may or may not get a little wonky,
Okay.
but we're able to accommodate it and move forward so they can graduate in that 2-year time frame.
And how many new students can you accept in the fall, or do you accept in the fall?
So long as until our program is full, which
Okay.
I think caps at 25.
Okay, so you can accept 25 new students. And then in the spring, is it still part of that 25? I mean, or can you accept more students in the spring?
It will depend. We can accept more. It'll really just kind of depend on the availability.
Okay.
But if you're interested in joining, I would definitely recommend coming down and talk to us or our advisor, Ms. Nettles. She's awesome.
She is wonderful.
She does an excellent job. So, yeah, don't just assume that there's not room for you. We've been known to make room
Okay.
all the time. So,
What kind of prerequisites does a student have to be able to get into your program? Now, they got to have graduated or have a high school equivalence.
yes,
Okay. ACT?
15.
Okay. Is that composite?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. You should have kind of a decent understanding of math, but I mean that's kind of it.
How much about computers do you need to know?
Oh,
going
none.
in?
None. We developed the curriculum for someone knowing absolutely nothing coming in and first day and building that up to the end of the 2-year program.
Okay. And when they finish the 2-year program, what kind of job opportunities are there for them?
There,
I would imagine a lot.
Yeah, there are a lot of opportunities. I can't stress that enough. Like I said, we were prepping for our program review, and we went through and looked at the numbers, and we have had 100% placement for the past 5 years.
Wow.
Once you get the degree, especially get the certifications that come along with it, and these certifications are not easy by any means. You have to go through and study and commit to passing these, but it's a guarantee for you to get a job in the field.
Is the money pretty good?
Starting out locally, it's probably around 28, 32,000. That can jump significantly based off your experience, your certifications, your education.
I was going to say, once that experience kicks in, I bet the money just starts really improving.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's definitely something you can go through and grow, and especially if you make this your career, you look at, okay, where do I want to be after 5 years if I want to continue with my bachelor's and stuff like that. This is a great career path, and IT in general is open to do really almost whatever you want to do with it. So.
Now, you said to get a bachelor's degree. So once they complete this 2-year program, which would be an AAS degree, right? So once they complete this 2-year program, then they can go on and get a bachelor's and or master's and or, just keep going with it if they want to.
Yeah, and I'd recommend continuing in their education to all my students. It definitely can't hurt. And a lot of times, especially when you're looking to move up and into management and stuff like that, they look for that, at least a bachelor's degree.
Do we have any agreements with any colleges or universities about a bachelor's degree and accepting all of our classes?
I know our credits don't necessarily transfer, but a lot of schools take the to the 2+2 program.
Okay.
Like University for Women, I know for sure, and so you get your associate's degree. Once you have your associate's degree, you just do 2 more years of school, and then you earn your bachelor's degree. There's other programs in the state and schools. Mississippi State has a bachelor's of applied science, and I think a couple geared towards IT. Southern does or is working on a similar program and stuff like that. I know there's a lot of online schools if you want to jump in and start working immediately to help balance that out. So there's plenty of opportunities to increase your education.
And that will necessarily increase the amount that you're paid when you do get out and start looking for work.
Yes, absolutely.
Did you ever see yourself teaching, say 10, 20 years ago when did you get into this field?
I did a lot of training on the job before I became a teacher, and that I really enjoyed that. Being able to just see people grow from not really understanding or not having any grasp to being kind of the expert in the field seeing that progression is always cool, and helping them progress in their careers was always cool. And that's something that's the number one reason why I teach. I like to see that progression. I like to help people better their lives and their future.
Okay. Well, listen, I want to thank you for being on the show today, and I'm going to have you back on again because you were, just
contractually obligated to be here.
Contractually obligated to be here. But I do appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Have a blast.
We'll be right back.
Not essential. Never let anyone tell you that again. Never doubt your abilities to make a difference. How do I know this about you? Because I'm a teacher. I am the one who will push you harder and farther than you could have ever imagined. Teach you things that you never thought possible. And if you will give me 100%, then I will stand shoulder to shoulder with you, and together we will change your future. MCC, find your wings.
And we are here with Ms. Tariah Mouton and Mr. Tucker Atkinson. Right. And y'all are you are MCC's recruiting coordinators.
Yes, sir.
Right? So what exactly do you do?
So basically,
You got on the street and grab people.
So
You will come to MCC.
So we pretty much just go out and just try to recruit, as far as students or, even non-traditional people,
Okay.
that's older, just try to grab them and bring them to MCC, like how
Okay.
you said.
Yeah, we're not as aggressive as going to
Yeah.
grab them off the street, but one of the big things we are trying to get into is that non-traditional student area.
Okay.
So like we've gone to the mall a few times to try to recruit there, and we're looking right now to try to find other places where we could find non-traditional students.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I really think there is no traditional student anymore. There is no set age. I think, isn't the average age here at MCC of our students like 26?
I think so, or like 24, somewhere around that
Something
range,
like
24,
that.
26.
So I've had students come in and they're like, I'm going to be the oldest one in there. And I'm like, trust me,
Yes.
Not big.
you will not
Right.
be.
Pretty much nowadays, everybody's trying to get back into school, whether, of course, fresh 18-year-olds, but as well as 25, older people as well, which is a good thing.
It is a very good thing. So what is your pitch when you first off, what is your pitch when you go to these high schools and you see these young people? How do you convince them to come here?
So for me, as somebody that went here, I like to tell them in high school, I didn't really want to come to MCC because I was afraid I was going to see my same classmates I saw every day then. But as I went through my 2 years here, I tell them that, number one, I've met many people from around the county, but also we have all these international kids coming to play sports. So there's meeting kids from different countries, different cultures you get to experience. It's not just, I'm going to high school for 2 more years.
Right.
I'm really getting to branch out and meet new people and like other people from different countries. But that's all, I also tell them my biggest thing is it's all about if you want to do that.
Sure.
You can easily come to MCC, go to school for 2 years, and that's it. But it's what you make of it. So you can come, you can get involved, you can meet these new people, you can have an experience that's not like your high school, but at the same time, if you choose to just come and do your 2 years, you are going to have that negative experience of it, and you are going to feel like it's just high school again. It's what you make of it.
What do you tell the non-traditional, like you're at the mall and you're seeing people and you're like, okay, we need you to come, or we want you to come to MCC. How do you draw them in?
So pretty much with the non-traditional students or people that, not in high school or anything, the best way I try to, I explain to them about, workforce, when they're like older, people they don't really want to go to school for like more than 4 years, 5 years. I mean, some do, which is fine, but 9 times out of 10, they don't be wanting to like come for that many years. So I'm big on stressing like welding, workforce, CDLs, classes like that for them, where they can just come in and get out, and get money.
That's
that's the
I
biggest
push the
thing.
money angle
Yes,
all the time.
even with the high school
Absolutely.
students, because a lot of students, like Tucker said, some may, they think they'll just come here and see the same people. They don't be into actually coming to school. So with the high school students, like I said, some do want to come to school and be here for more than 4 years. They don't mind getting an experience. Some just want to get in and get out. And I'm big on like pushing workforce on the ones that saying, they don't want to go to school. And every time we go visit, I ask, I be like, who got plans on going to college and who have plans on, not going. And for the ones that not going, I always try to push that on them. So it's better than not going and settling for regular jobs. You come in, get a year or 2 out and have your certificate and thing and make money.
8 weeks, get a CDL and make $80,000 a year.
Yeah.
Or 2 years
Excuse me.
in industrial maintenance, and you
Big.
go make $40 an hour at Amazon.
Oh my goodness.
I have a friend who took the welding program actually here at MCC. He's making $65 an hour. So, yes, I'm big on explaining all this to these kids.
Makes me almost want to go get my workforce degree.
But knowing I would kill myself if I were welding anything, but.
Hey, for that
But-
money, I even been considering it. I'm like,
But and this is part of the motivation because I teach a class called College Study Skills, and one of the things is how do you motivate yourself to study when especially if it's something you're not interested in. Because, in a liberal arts education, there are many different classes, and you're like, why am I taking this? But it is because of the holistic approach of it.
Yeah.
And I tell them all the time, I'm like, you've got to find what will work best for you. And I remember being absolutely exhausted and trying to get up the gumption to study. And it would be like you put in, I would put in my notebook a picture of my kids, and I'll put in an old check stub. And I'm like, this is why I'm doing this.
It's all about the bigger picture.
Yes,
Like,
and
you
that's
gotta
what
think
you've
about
got to
the bigger
do.
picture.
And so you bring that to you take that to people and say, this is why you want to come. This is why you want to do this for 2 years or 8 weeks or whatever. Now, do we have any kind of recruiting events coming up?
We do. We have, of course, this tomorrow. We're going to Northeast. Southeast. We're going to Southeast, and Tucker's going to go to the soccer game. But as well, on the 4th, we have an application day.
Okay,
So,
and what is that?
Application.
October 4th, application
October 4th.
day. Okay.
And application day is really just when we go to different schools and we just go there and get them signed up for MCC, you know, as far as dual credit enrollment students and regular students. And whenever we go, we get them to do the applications. Then we'll also give them a chance to do like a second opportunity, as in UWA, Southern Miss, any other school that they want to attend. And we get them to fill that out to apply for them. And I'm big on pushing a tour. After we get done with the application, I tell everybody who plan on, you know, coming to MCC. And once they raise them hands, I line them up and we get a tour set up. So just pretty much getting them here.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times once we get them here, we got them.
Yeah,
right?
once we get them here, yes.
You know, they're ours, and I don't mean that in a a horror movie kind of way, but like I do tours or I speak to people who come by the Success Center all the time, and you literally see their eyes light up when they're like, oh, you mean there's a place I can go to get some help? You know, there's a place and once they see the services that we offer, I think we got them.
Yeah. And for the girls, this be the killer thing, the apartments.
The apartments.
Get them to come to their apartment. They see the kitchen, the living room. They bought in after that. So
Immediately bought in after that.
Yes.
Now, how long have you been doing this now?
4 or 5 months.
4 or 5 months?
If you don't count the time I was a student here,
Don't count the time you're a student
it's about
here.
the same as her, 4 or 5 months.
And it's been going well? People have been treating you well?
I've enjoyed it so far.
Yes.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Well, listen, I'm so glad that you've been on the show today, and I want to have you on again to talk about future upcoming events, and we can even complain about stuff if you want to. I'm okay with that. And no one will know. But thank you so much for being here,
No
okay?
problem, no problem.
We'll be right back.
Since 1996, the MCC Foundation Tuition Guarantee Program has provided students an opportunity to find their potential. Thousands of students have benefited from the program. Over $6 million have been invested in the students who learn and live right here in our community. This program is funded by individuals and businesses who believe in our students, our families, and the economic impact of an education at Meridian Community College. Now is your chance to offer support. Give today at meridiancc.edu/give.
And we are here with the wonderful Miss Erin Richardson. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Now listen, okay, what is your official title here at Meridian Community College?
We do this every time, you know that,
Yes,
right?
we do
Okay.
this every time, and I don't remember, but.
So Instructional Design Specialist.
Okay, and I am going to say that you looked at my online class and helped me redo it, and I have had just so many people talk about how wonderful it is.
Good.
So I just want to thank you for that. But how long have you been here now?
A little over a year.
Okay, I am going to say, Erin is one of these that came in like a tidal wave, and you have just...
Like a wrecking ball?
And a wrecking ball, and like a wrecking ball. But you have literally just become a feature here at Meridian Community College because you have been so willing to do anything that is asked of you and have helped in so many different ways. It's just been absolutely amazing.
I'm a dive in the deep end person.
Always have been?
Always have been, yeah.
Well, you're here today because in addition to instructional design, you also teach a few of our wellness classes, don't you?
Yep, I'm a fitness instructor as well. Yep.
Okay, and so because one of my coworkers was telling me about your class, and she came in yesterday and was like, "I am so sore."
We got a lot of like, you try to kill me.
Yes,
on Tuesday.
But they
in the best way though.
They constantly sign up again.
Yes, they do.
It's not like, oh, she tried to kill me. You'll never see me again.
No, they come back for more.
They come back for more.
Yeah.
But the way we offer wellness classes, now we offer them for the entire semester.
And you can take them for credit.
Okay, for credit, or you also don't have to take them for credit if
Correct,
you don't need
yes.
credit. But what happens beginning in October?
Okay. So in October, after we come back from fall break,
Okay.
you are allowed, or you can sign up for fitness courses that are available, that have room, for half price.
Okay, okay, that's excellent. So this is a class that's already going on.
Correct, yep.
And you just you offer it for half price, so they can join the class and be sore like
Yes,
my
like your
colleagues.
colleagues, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so for instance, if you when you started the semester, you either didn't have time in your schedule that you have
Sure.
now, or maybe when you looked into it, the fee was maybe too much at the time. So now if your schedule allows for a fitness class and your budget, it's more amiable for your budget, that you can start right after fall break.
Okay, now how much we talking here?
Okay, so it is, if you are up to 61, so 61 or younger, it is $50.
Okay.
And if you are 62 and older, it is $35.
Okay, and that is for the remainder of the semester.
Remainder of the semester, yeah.
And what kind of classes do we have going on at the moment?
So for right now, we have availability in water aerobics,
Okay,
yoga,
Okay.
and bar.
and bar.
And that's what I teach.
That's what I was about
Yes.
to say. You teach the bar.
I teach the bar, yep.
Okay, and why is it important for us to, number one, offer these courses, and for people to take these courses?
Well, we're always trying to manage our stress level, and one of the ways that we can do that is through health and fitness. And so fitness classes can help with your stress level, but it also can help manage. So if you take a fitness class, then you're more apt to drink more water, get more sleep, eat better, because it keeps you accountable to your health and fitness.
I tell students, and especially, once they get into a program, I say, you are going to be busy studying, you're going to be busy doing this, you're going to be busy doing that. Set aside some time to exercise. And when you sign up for these classes, they're twice a week.
For an hour.
For an hour
Yeah.
each time. So those are times that that at least during those times,
Yep.
you're going to get some exercise, you're going to get some stress relief.
Yep.
And that's one of the things, because I think exercise is one of the big things that we don't push enough.
I agree. And, if you were maybe intimidated by taking a whole semester of one, like you've never done water aerobics or bar or yoga, and you were kind of unsure whether you wanted to commit to an entire semester, this is where you can commit just for, half a semester, and maybe decide whether it's something you want to do long term.
And a lot of times, as far as changing your mentality about it, it's just get started.
That's right.
Just get started.
That's with everything. You have to start.
Okay. Now, I want to come back to your designing of classes for just a minute. What is do you have a philosophy on because you look at so many different classes, types of classes, things like that. Do you have one overriding principle that you use when you're looking at classes and offering suggestions and things like that?
Probably my overall is reducing cognitive load.
Okay.
And that's both.
What does that mean?
That's very fancy words, but really it means that when you're either teaching content or learning content, because that's what's happening in the classroom, you're either teaching content or you're learning content, that if I design something in a course that it's supposed to reduce the ability to teach it, and reduce the ability, reduce the load on your brain that you need to learn something or teach something.
Okay.
So basically I want to try to make the course easier for both the instructor to teach and then the student to learn it.
I know that you said this when you were doing my class, because I had a lot of content.
You did,
I
yes.
did a lot of content because my class does not have a textbook. So I had, over the years,
You developed your own content.
I developed my own content. And you were using that, but I noticed that you kept my voice.
It's very important. Narrative
You kept
is very
my
important. Yeah.
voice in everything that you did.
Yes.
Are you able to do that in all of the classes?
It is definitely a goal, because we do not want our students to think, especially in an online class, which is what you're teaching as well. For an online class, you do not want students to think some AI is just teaching the course. You want it to know, we want them to know that it's a real live person that cares about them, that cares about what they're doing, that cares about their education, that's teaching that course.
Okay. Well, listen, Erin, I want to thank you for being on the show. Now, when does this offer start again as far as the half price?
I believe it's October 12th, which is the day we come back from fall break.
Okay. I want to have you on again. I want to continue talking about everything because, like I said, you're just super involved everywhere. But I appreciate you being on today.
I'm here for it.
We'll be right back.
Meridian Community College. For more than 75 years, we've helped students soar. Establishing the first tuition guarantee program in Mississippi, we put our students first while creating pathways into the workforce and offering a seamless transition to a 4-year degree. Now is the time to find your purpose and register today, because those who move forward never get left behind. MCC, find your wings.
On behalf of executive producers Tanisha Clark and Matt Milner, media bigwig Josh Taylor, and student producer Tanya Jenkins, thank you for watching. Hope you learned a little bit, and we'll see you next week.